Sota Mizushino, who is entangled in a war between various characters from manga, anime, and video games that magically emerge in the real world. Silesia and Meteora are hospitalized but recovering well. Mirakuji is sore in both aspects since he lost to Magane. Matsubara has a little private moment with Silesia. Even if the story he wrote is entertainment to others, it isn't for him because it is proof he lived. Meanwhile, Sauta continues to sulk about not saying it all sooner, so Kanoya takes him on a flight on his mecha. A bit of positivism will help cheer Sauta up. Kanoya was once like him. Even if the fates of characters and stories have been decided, it makes things easier in a way. People aren't forced to do things they don't want to. However, heroes like them might be able to save the world, but they do not have the freedom to save anything else. In this world, people can write stories for themselves. In a way, it is a somewhat symbiotic relationship because if people who save the world exist, then there are worlds that must be saved, and who else is there to create them? A call from Kikuchihara comes in. Meteora has woken up and is calling everyone to meet. It is about Altair's creator, who is essential to the development of their strategy. This is when Sauta reveals that Setsuna is his friend and is already dead. He knew it all along but did nothing. He blames himself for killing her. A flashback. Sauta was a loner who didn't have many friends. He used to post his drawings online, and Setsuna is the only one who likes his amazing art. She also posts her own art, so they started communicating and complimenting each other's works. Then one day there is an event in town, and they decide to meet up. For the first time, they saw each other, and their friendship took flight. As Setsuna kept posting new drawings, soon she became even more famous and collaborated with a famous producer to make a music video. But soon a scandal hit, and she was accused of plagiarism. The internet being the internet, many quickly accuse her without proof. Sauta cannot stand all the toxic comments and insults. He wanted to do something but feared it would make things worse, so he didn't do anything. In spite of all this, deep down inside his heart, he felt a sense of relief. In some ways, he enjoyed watching Setsuna get put down like that because it made him feel less lonely about being left behind. Sauta continues that Setsuna left a last message on his phone saying that she is confused and not sure what to do anymore, as she is unsure if drawing is good or bad. Sauta replied in a rude way. He doesn't know why, but Setsuna never replied after that. After that, he stopped contacting her until he got a final message in his email about her goodbye and the final story she left. One morning, he was awakened by a call from her. Actually, it is Setsuna's mom. Setsuna killed herself by jumping onto the tracks. It only dawned on him what happened. He erased any records of her. He didn't want to remember. He ran away. Believing what he did to Setsuna was horrible, Altair was probably created out of her despair to make her wish come true. Sauta regrets what he did, but is willing to take responsibility and stop Altair at all costs. Takarada is still confined in his cell when Elisiteria releases him. She asks him several questions like if he loves the world he creates and the hero role that he created for her. He gives his honest answer, saying he can't do anything about it. This is something only she can solve. As for why he created her world, he supposes it is worth it that he wrote it that way. Meteora and the team discuss a plan to defeat Altair. They notice her various powers, so Nakanogen shows a few videos of Altair. The varied videos show her displaying different powers. The thing is, they were all created by other people after Setsuna's death. This means that as long as Altair has a steady stream of stories, her powers are continuously updated. But Meteora knows she cannot use her powers freely, or she'll be thrown out of this world. They will need to use this weakness to defeat her. So they'll need to make a big event in which they can make a killing with the viewer's approval. But time is of essence, and depending on factors like new characters showing up, their time limit will change. Meteora gives the creators 6 months to create a stronger plot and story progression in the form of spin-offs. This is the cage that will link their unrelated stories together, and when the final battle begins, everything from there on will be ad-lib. Blitz reports to Altair about Elisiteria releasing Takarada. But it seems Altair has gotten a new ally who shares the same goal as her. She notes that with the impeding destruction, only 2 or 3 more characters will appear. That is when they will begin their attack. Kikuchihara has gathered many authors as she explains this huge government-sponsored project. There will be a schedule of events featuring characters from participating stories, and the first off the list is a 90-minute special anime called Border World Coliseum. Later, a special promotion video will decide its outcome. Creators will create spin-offs of their stories before the TV broadcasts. Many are skeptical because they think they cannot finish it on time. Kikuchihara will hear no excuses from them. There are questions about making Altair weak or Meteora and others strong. For the former, she exists independently without an author, so they cannot tweak her stats. For the latter, suddenly increasing the power of a character might not go down well with fans and hence not be accepted. Everyone also has to be careful with the stories they write so the setting of the characters does not oppose worldviews. She officially marks the start of this project called the Elimination Chamber Festival. The announcement is made to the public and everyone is hyped up. The first spin-off story will go to Elemental Symphony by Vogelschevalier, followed by an anime by Monomeja. As the authors crack their brains together, some tensions naturally arise. Especially Yatoji, who don't share the same views as Matsubara and Nakanogen. Then there is Marine getting a bit down as she compares her own drawing to Tsuruga. When all heads cool down, eventually they find some good in each other's ideas and start working on them. Sauda seeks Matsubara's permission, saying that he too wants to participate in this. He is refused at first, but after hearing out his crazy idea, there is no harm in trying. Meanwhile, Meteora and the rest are trying to find the source of some magnetic field fluctuations. There is a new character before them, and she looks lost. She is Hikyu Hoshikawa. She is from Hoshizora Milky Way, a dating sim game. With adult contents, she is crying because everyone knows everything about her. She's crying even louder when Nakanogen mentions her fighting ability is to flash her pants and seduce men. A report came in that Takarada is now in their custody. Meanwhile, Blitz makes the acquaintance of Sho Hakuya. He is also from the Heisaku Underground and was once Mirakuji's ally. He now views Mirakuji as a traitor and needs to settle things. Magane is hiding out in a luxurious apartment when Elicitaria approaches her for help. As she will only participate in things that are fun, Elicitaria knows a girl who has the same abilities as Magane, but without constraints. Magane doesn't like to do the bidding of others, but since Elicitaria is so interesting today, she'll abide by that. Takarada joins the creators for this festival. He believes Elicitaria is planning to start a revolt. Given the circumstances now, she can. The writer for Hoshizora Milky Way, Nisho Unishi, who is also Nakanogen's old friend, drops by to see Hikyu. He is like one of those typical perverted otaku who wants to marry his idol or creation. And with the other girls here, he wants to marry this heavenly harem too. After Kikuchihara puts her foot down, they carry on discussing how to increase Hikyu's powers. Unishi says she can using a fan disc. Altair knows that Blitz already knows what she is planning. He views her as weak, but in a way strong. She couldn't save anyone and doesn't want to feel as though she created something to be destroyed. This only makes him want to protect her more. She tells him this is why he shouldn't participate in the final battle. Her powers are infinite and growing every day. Now she has this clairvoyance power and knows what the enemy is doing. But she is still going to let them go through with their plan so they can see how foolish their strategy is. However, if the enemy succeeds, they will lose the chance to interfere in this world. This isn't in Blitz's storyline, and he should do it for himself and not for the plot. As he has answered her call, she knows about his secret wish and is obliged to answer it. Blitz wonders if he can see her again after all this. If everything goes according to plan, they won't. With preparations almost ready, the creators and creations go to a hot springs inn to rest up for the Elimination Chamber Festival. As thousands of fans are assembled at an arena for the festival, Meteora activates a spell similar to Altair's, allowing Silesia to bring her mech into the world while increasing Mirakuji's magical power, while Altair's group prepares to move out. Altair and Elicitaria are spotted. Everyone watches in excitement as both sides clash. Sauda too, but Magane pays him a visit. Silesia takes on Altair, while Elicitaria messes around with Kanoya. Elicitaria hints for him to wait for the right time. Mirakuji and Sho reunite for the first time in this world and duke it out. When the timer reaches 0, Meteora chants and completes the cage. But she is shocked when Altair reveals she knows what she is doing. There are also military tanks and jets firing at Altair, and although she destroys them, they are just unmanned replicas created by her. Silesia then uses her new power to open gates and trap Altair in many other worlds. It didn't work, because where there is a gate, there is an exit. Silesia points. If she is able to pinpoint that in infinite spaces, why has she not escaped this cage yet? She does not have the power. Yet, Meteora can easily kill her or even get her to surrender, but that would need acceptance, and it would not be fun to cut short this battle. Meanwhile, Blitz confronts Surga. He threatens to kill her, but she isn't panicking because if he shoots her, she will take all the answers to her grave. So he asks about why she killed his daughter in the manga. Surga explains its simplicity to make the story interesting. Blitz shoots her and wounds her. Surga is unrepentant and stands her ground. She will do anything to make her stories more interesting to her readers, even if it means killing people and turning the world upside down. Even though Altair is similar to her in the sense that she wants to destroy the world, he views her creator as someone worth standing up for, unlike Surga, who is already famous. Surga disagrees because nobody starts out famous, and because of the many nights she spent slogging and crying over her work. She is here today because she faced all that. Blitz reveals his plans to kill her and then all her friends. Then he will cause big trouble and help his friends fighting elsewhere. She calls that a boring plot and would have written it for him to kill Altair instead. The military arrives late to surround Blitz. Making a surprise entrance is Blitz's daughter Irina. Surga has the last laugh and reminds him that he is her god. Blitz cannot believe Irina is still alive because he killed her before his eyes. Surga explains that because of the crossover, Irina was taken to Meteora's world, where her magic resurrected her. The fans accepted it, and that's why she is now here. Father and daughter emotionally reunite. Magane is trying to rile Sauda about the things they are doing. Whatever they are doing is a lie, and even though it is real, it is all made up. Of course, there is no need for approval from the audience. They can lie from the start as long as they make it look real. This makes Sauda mad about looking down on others and how something superficial would move the hearts of others. However, this allows Magane to release some spells that put Sauda's side in favor. Sauda is shocked that she is helping them. She reminds him that she is doing things that entertain and interest her. She doesn't care about the outcome as long as she can see Altair's face when she realizes their plan is succeeding. She is also done with Hangaku and decides to give it back. While Mirakuji is having a tough time with Sho, Hikyu comes to the rescue. She is now a super sexy Chinese martial artist. Sho thought Blitz was here to help him, but he turned against him. He decided to jump ship. The trio took on him. Sho lies defeated and vows to drag Mirakuji to hell with him for killing his sister and best friend. That is when Mirakuji reveals he did not kill them, and instead, some fortune teller he contacted is the true mastermind, as he also painted Mirakuji in a bad light. Yatoji can't write the next volume now, but it soon gains acceptance because fans think it would be so cool to have Mirakuji and Sho team up. Once Kanoya and Elisataria got some boosters, they started teaming up to help Silesia. After Silesia traps Altair in a barrier, the duo is supposed to finish her off. However, a dark mecha knocks him off, and Silesia is in disbelief to see Charon. Silesia is trying to fight him. Altair teases the viewers about the friends fighting each other. She reminds him she has the power to change the world, and whether or not he obtains the key is up to him. Silesia tries to persuade Charon, but he isn't listening. He is siding with Altair, even if it means a minuscule chance of saving their world. After all the fighting, he has gotten tired of it. Kanoya fights in Silesia's place while Elisataria moves in to kill Altair. Although she stabs her, Altair chants a spell that reverses all the injuries back to her. Elisataria dies in vain, as Altair mocks. She is not the main character of this story, and only a supporting one. Hikyu talks to Silesia about life choices based on her own experience. Is she going to abandon everyone who believed in her up until now? This gives Silesia confidence and the determination to face Charon. Everybody else combines their efforts to fight Altair, but she is still many steps ahead of them. Charon gets a pep talk from Kanoya about what it means to be a hero. The way he was deceived by Altair's words makes him less of a hero, and Silesia is one who is more. If he is a hero, fulfill his responsibilities to the end. Kanoya's mecha takes heavy damage, just in time for Silesia to move in. Silesia grips Charon as hard and close to her and plans to sacrifice herself. All she needs is for Kanoya to fire all he's got at them. This is what she has decided. She knows she cannot defeat Altair herself, and neither could Kanoya if he let this chance slip. They need to destroy Altair's final shield. She feels more when she thanks Meteora and Matsubara before the big explosion. When Hikyu attacks Altair, the former uses her power to return her to her original powerless state. Killing her isn't part of her plan, so she plans to make Hikyu a helpless audience member who can only watch the world get destroyed. She isn't going to do the same to the rest because all of them are characters in a story that Altair created. She is using this system against them and the cage to boost her acceptance. The creators decide to resort to this trump card that they have been working on. After Meteora casts a spell, a new character, Sirius, appears. Altair is shocked and mad at this character because she is supposed to be a perfect mirror image of herself. She is more powerful than Altair herself. In the end, Sirius tries to absorb Altair to become her and succeeds. With the battle over, Sirius turns into some wandering doll since she has no personality or character to defeat Altair. But when Sirius picks up and wears Altair's hat, Altair returns. Catching Mirakuji off guard, her sword stabbed him. The creators realized that Sirius did not have enough personality compared to Altair despite covering every detail they could, and this backfired on them. Altair took advantage of a loophole and took over Sirius. Since Altair doesn't have a fixed background, that's why it worked. Sho tries to fight her, but gets taken down. With Kanoya's mecha out of commission, it looks like Blitz is the last one left standing to fight her. Altair claims the finale is near. This isn't about her showing off how strong she is, but the audience wants to see the heroes struggle and lose. That is what makes a story. Sauter rushes back to the main base to suggest using that final trump card. Even if it disrupts the flow or cannot get acceptance as fast from the audience, at least the creators accepted it, and they will not know if they do not try. The worst that could come is the end of the world. Meteora uses her activation spell, but just when it looks like it isn't working, Sauta uses Magane's power to turn the lie into truth. The scene then changes into a train station. Altair is shocked to see Setsuna before her. This is not the real Setsuna. It is a story that Sauta created based on and around her from his memories. As Setsuna and Altair try to reconcile with each other, something about hope, wishes, strength, weaknesses, hatred, curses, and everything else that supposedly tried to define the existence of the duo. Even if Altair is the villain, she is the champion of the weak. This is not about good or evil, right or wrong. Everyone accepted her for who she was and sympathized with her. Setsuna might be the original creator, but her infinite power was created by everyone. It's time for the miracle to end, so Setsuna jumps off the platform. Altair tries to save her, but each time she destroys the train, it regenerates. Setsuna believes her death is necessary. Otherwise, she will bend the most crucial rule of this world. Altair has infinite powers, which means she can create worlds too. So now they are in another peaceful world, spending quality time together, vowing to write and create more worlds for each other. Altair returns her glasses, but they aren't hers. Setsuna notes that they belong to an important person who wore them. That is why she drew her. It's time for Sauta's turn to have his emotional say. He has some regrets over what he did and could have done, and there are so many things he wanted to tell her. He should have moved forward instead of standing still because he really wanted to see the same world as her. That's why he drew and created her. He wonders if he has caught up to her. With that, this marks the end of the festival. As many credit Sauta for his idea, Matsubara is now reeling from the sadness of Silesia's fate. They give him hope that Silesia and others who perish can still exist, as long as this world remains and they continue to create stories. The Crossover Festival was a big hit and had many criticisms and speculations about the future, but they didn't mind since the world was saved. Meteora reminds them that they have not much time left before they have to go back to their own world, so the creations spend some time with their creators. Sauta and Meteora visit Setsuna's grave. She credits him with successfully creating a version of Setsuna that Altair accepted. That is why the world was able to reach the end of the story, as everyone accepted it. Otherwise, their entire plan would have failed. Meteora opens up a portal to send everyone back. However, it seems, from whatever logic, she cannot send herself back, and she will be staying here. Kikuchihara has made the necessary arrangements, and after that, will resign from her job. She is now into the otaku industry. Takarada, as he won a Young Adults Award. All the creations that have appeared here will get a sequel or some sort of extended story or spin-off. The important thing is that all of them won't stop creating. Meteora is trying as a novelist and regularly keeps in touch with Sauda, who is still giving his shot with his artwork. He just uploaded his latest work, which includes all the characters. Thank you for watching till the end, and don't forget to subscribe.